Wonderful. Now that you're seated, please stand up and rise for the national anthem. Here to sing the national anthem, please welcome from the Likha Filipino Folk Ensemble, Beverly Cruz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. Bayang makiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pa sisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukhaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglaya minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng wahati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep it going for Beverly Cruz of the Likha Filipino Folk Ensemble. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. My name is Alan Manalo, and very honored to be here today to celebrate Filipino American History Month. Yes! Contrary to belief, this is not the month, it has nothing to do when Filipinos took over Serramonte, so it has nothing to do with that, although we have taken over Serramonte. It's a celebration of Filipinos here in America and our contributions here to build this amazing, amazing country. And we have a wonderful program for you. First of all, I'd like to bring up right away here, currently the only elected Filipina official, and also the Mayor's Advisor of Education and Family Services. Please welcome Hydra Mendoza. Come on.
Thank you, Alan. I like that, the current, because there will be more. It's such a delight to be here in our home, and we want to thank you all for joining us here at City Hall. And I want to just thank the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services, who every month throughout the year celebrates all of our cultural events here in San Francisco. I wanted to not spend a lot of time on why we're all here because it's so obvious why we're here. The richness of our culture and our people needs to be celebrated. And so I'm glad all of you came out tonight to celebrate with us who we are as Filipinos and the culture and richness of our heritage that we want to share throughout San Francisco and Northern California every single day. So this isn't just the month that we celebrate. This is one of many months throughout the year that we celebrate. It's my honor, though, to be up here to introduce someone who is really special to all of us. Mayor Edwin Lee was sworn in on January 8th, 2012, as our 43rd mayor of the city and county of San Francisco, and the first Asian American mayor in San Francisco history. With Filipinos being the second largest population of Asians and Asian Americans in the United States, and the largest population in the state, you, Mayor Lee, have made us proud. Nearly 15% of the city's workforce of approximately 27,000 employees are of Filipino descent. And as a senior staff member in his administration and the first and only elected Filipina in San Francisco, I'm proud to work side by side with a person of integrity, value, and balance. His commitment to our community is demonstrated not only through honor and recognition, as he does with the annual flag-raising ceremony, the Manila Sister City Committee, the Filipino Women's Network reception, and the special Heritage Month celebration, but through his actions to run a city that will help everyone thrive and succeed. Mayor Lee has worked hard to keep the economy and the economic recovery on track, create jobs for residents, and everything that supports a thriving economic climate like parks, transit, housing, quality of life in neighborhoods, public safety, and education. All things that are critical and important in the Filipino community. Mayor Lee has given over 22 years of service to our city and has served as our city administrator, our director of public works, our director of Human Rights Commission, and as the whistleblower ordinance investigator and the deputy director of employment relations. Please give him a warm Filipino welcome, Mayor Edwin Lee.
Thank you, Hydra. Well, since Hydra instructed me that I was not to do too many jokes tonight, I'll have to keep this very brief. Thank you, Alan, for MC tonight with Hydra. Ms. Cruz, wonderful, beautiful music. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Mabuhay. I see Supervisor Avalos also has joined us. Thank you very much for being here. Supervisor Eric Marr, thank you for being here as well. Two of supervisors who I know value our communities very strongly. This is the 9th annual History Month, Filipino History Month celebration here, and I want to say that as much of the accolades that Hydra has heaped on me, you know, I really have a job that I feel it's important to do here, not just managing the city or helping businesses create jobs or trying to get the Warriors Arena built or all the wonderful things that you see are doing. But I do think one of the most important things that we could do is make sure this city recognizes its own history, a history of immigrants, a history of people who come to this country seeking a better life and making it so. And it isn't just those individuals who make the headlines or become elected officials. It's also those that toiled for years who lived in the working class neighborhoods of San Francisco, who helped us, because history will teach us this. Filipino community helped us build the Golden Gate Bridge, and we should never forget that. That when we look at that icon, we know It wasn't just the named engineers. None of these, whether it's Hetch Hetchy, the rail yards, or the bridges, are simply built by just those individual names. They're built by the hands of immigrants and people who worked very hard to make the city successful. And because of that history, and because it's reflected in so much of the city, when you look at Soma, South of Market, when you look at the Excelsior Arena and you understand where Filipino people are living, you also see street names that reflect Filipino national heroes. You know, people will often ask me, what does this street name mean? Rizal, who's that? Or Bonifacio, or Lapu-Lapu, or Mabini. There are these street names that reflect our history. And then we also have some very special historic figures that I think we treated very specially, like Victoria Draves, who was a Filipino Olympian. So we named the park after her. She was from San Francisco. These are part of our history of our city. So what that does is not only should we recognize this history as valuable as a part of this city, but part of my job, and I believe it's part of the Board of Supervisors' job, is to reach into our communities and bring out the talent to help us not only manage, but we need more heroes. We need more people from the Filipino community to serve and to create and to innovate and to establish the milestones that the city deems valuable. So I say back to you, Hydra, because I know that a lot of people are giving us tremendous amount of credit to helping our public schools succeed. And we have an unprecedented relationship now with our public schools for very good reason, because Hydra Mendoza is my advisor to that respect, and she clearly has been one who has been in my ear about what else we can do. Because if we can help our public schools succeed as we are doing now, and will do, many, many more Filipinos who cannot and don't go to private school can only succeed in our city with the help of the things that we're doing to improve our relationship. So it's aspects like that, or Marilee Mandahar, and the record pace that we're doing to reduce domestic violence in our city. There are leaders from the Filipino community, and we need more, and we need the young talent. So it is our job to continue recruiting from our communities and making sure that those communities are strongly represented in our government, in our commissions, and in our private businesses, as well as our strong neighborhood leadership. So I ask you to continue to make sure that the Filipino community and all of its leaders become strong ambassadors, not only for just diversity's sake, but that it makes sense that we create more talent from our own communities to manage this wonderful creative city of San Francisco. And it is in that vein that I would like Deputy Counsel General Ascalon to please come up as I present to you our city's official proclamation declaring this Filipino-American History Month here in San Francisco. Congratulations.
Mayor Edwin Lee and Mrs. Anita Lee, Commissioner Hydra Mendoza, Commissioner Al Perez, and we're looking forward to your reappointment next month, Supervisors John Avalos, James Kim, Katie Tang, and Eric Mar, distinguished guests, friends, and kababayan. On behalf of Consul General Marciano A. Painor, my wife Cecil, my colleagues at the Philippine Consulate General in San Francisco, and most importantly, the Filipino-American community in San Francisco and in the Bay Area, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to the Mayor's Office, and especially to you, Mr. Mayor, for hosting this wonderful reception and for giving us this proclamation. This event is more than just a celebration to close the month-long commemoration of Filipino-American History Month. For us, it is a gesture of support for and acknowledgement of the growing Filipino-American community in this city, across the Bay Area, in the state of California, and throughout the United States. This month has been a month of learning that the dreams and life lessons that were passed down from the Manongs and the Manangs resonate with a far wider community than their immediate relatives and friends. Starting with the Farms to Tables exhibit at the Asian Art Museum, and culminating with the signing of AB 123, which requires California texts to include information on Filipino-American involvement in the farm labor movement, we learned that the work of these previous generations served to usher policies and attitudes that shape the greater community we live in today. Filipino Americans were not just ethnic Filipinos. They were Americans. They are Americans. And they have lived their lives in the fierce desire to be recognized as such. Today, we wrap up our celebrations in the heart of this city, standing in the halls that the Manongs and the Manangs may have never imagined of entering in their day. They broke their backs and offered their blood, sweat, and tears in the farms of Stockton, in the canneries of Alaska, in the fields of Hawaii, and in the streets of San Francisco, so the next generation could sit at the table with the rest of the community. That is a dream that has been realized for some time now, but it is important for us to understand and to continue to celebrate the story of how our community came to be what it is today. Thank you and good evening. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you so much. The Consul General's office has been a tremendous partner with us, and we're so thrilled that they continue to show their support in City Hall and throughout San Francisco. So thank you very much, Deputy Consul General. What the Deputy Consul General was speaking to is really something close to my heart, having a father who served in the military for 28 years and who came to the United States to make a better life for his family. And tonight it's my honor to recognize the San Francisco Filipino Cultural Center. The San Francisco Filipino Cultural Center will be located on Mission Street and will promote unity within the Filipino community by exemplifying the trust and collective will of its diverse members through inclusive programming. The center will aim to enrich the lives of Filipino Americans and other groups by providing a space to express and cultivate the arts and culture of the Pacific Rim. The center will be working with the Filipino community and other groups to develop appreciation of the vibrant and diverse cultures of the Philippines and its neighbors. At this time, I would like to have Mr. Don Marcos join me as we honor you and the Filipino Cultural Center here in San Francisco. Actually going to have all other board members come up, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is great. We're excited about it.
I'm honored. The board and the people that have been working on the Cultural Center are thrilled to be at this point. In 2003, there was a town hall meeting at Bessie Carmichael, and we talked about how to improve and how to save the community in the south of Market. And one of the points that came out of that town hall discussion was to institutionalize the historical presence and contribution of the Filipino community in San Francisco and the Bay Area. And so 10 years ago, we started out at, we were supposed to be on top of Bloomingdale's. I'm sure you saw all the kiosk signs when you walked in the Westfield Mall. That didn't happen, and we had another opportunity to be right next to the IMAX screen at the Metreon. That also didn't happen for various reasons. We are now at 814 Mission, kitty corner from the Metreon, right between Denny's and Sam's Liquor Store. Yeah, that's how we felt when they gave it to us. But you know, one of the strengths Filipinos have is to do a lot with very little. And I think this space, although it hasn't caught on, you can see the rendering that our architect has done, and you'll start to visualize what it's going to be. One unique thing about the Cultural Center is that there's no pre-consumption, no design or programming direction. The first 3 years will be free rent, and we're going to forward that to the community and invite everybody from the Filipino community to come in and use the center at a very, very affordable rate. So we're thrilled, and Mr. Mayor, congratulations. Hope you have another 4 years. Supervisor Avalos, your work in the workforce for San Francisco is to be appreciated. Eric Marr, always been a supporter. And Hydra. I think Jane Kim is here. If not, April, how are you doing? Jane Kim. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to Don Marcos and the FCC. Let's keep it going for them. And also, thank you, Hydra. Thank you so much. And Mayor Lee, thank you very much for your words. I don't know if you guys know this. Mayor Lee is part Filipino. It's the only mayor I know that's trying to get the Warriors basketball here. That's got to be. And also, he's the only mayor that is in office when they built a Target. So, you know, Filipinos love Target, let me tell you. We love our Target. All right, so right now what we'd like to do is we'd like to recognize some of the Filipinos that are movers and shakers in our community here. So we're going to be presenting the Filipino American Month Awards. We have, at this point, we'd like to recognize the outstanding Filipino individuals in all the corners of San Francisco. We're going to be introducing the supervisors to give out the awards. So our first supervisor comes from District 11. He's known as the Latino George Clooney. Please welcome Supervisor John Avalos.
Kind of hard to live up to that. But I shop at Target. Does that make me Filipino too? Honorary Filipino? So happy Filipino American History Month, everyone. It's great. It's really great to see everyone here as a representative of the district in San Francisco with the largest Filipino population. It is quite an honor to be here and to give recognition to a great social innovator and a friend, Dory Caminong. We'd like to call you up to the stage, Ms. Caminong. She is I'm not sure lifelong, but certainly a long-time Excelsior District resident. Dory is certainly a native San Franciscan, a first-generation Filipino-American. Her father was part of the legacy of the I Hotel. Her father's name is Antonio Caminon, and Antonio played a special role in Dory's life as the janitor of Westmore High School in Daly City. He came across, I won't say where, place where they never should have been. It wasn't the library. Books from great social innovators and cultural innovators, Janice Murakami, Jessica Hagedorn, and Al Robles, great poets in their own right that had a tremendous impact on Dory Caminon. And that impact has led to great work that Dory's had in the Filipino community and in the communities throughout San Francisco, in particular at Glide Church, where she has been a beloved icon and has been part of the great innovative services that Glide Church provides to San Franciscans, especially San Franciscans' most vulnerable people. Dory is communication and marketing and digital storytelling ensures that Glide's story and awareness of Glide's work continues, that it reaches and moves the organization's key constituencies using traditional and digital storytelling techniques across integrated advertising, brand engagement, and social media programs. Dory helps to inspire loyalty, motivate the donations needed for Glide to provide their many, many services. And actually, Dory's been schooling me on how to use Twitter as well, something that I'm sure she's doing with many other people in San Francisco. Driving a broad portfolio of strategic marketing, innovation, and communication services, she leads the development of original content, operating an in-house creative services micro-agency, and oversees the work of marketing consultants and artists to ensure constant innovation in the growing social media space. In honor of your dedicated talent and achievements as Manager of Communications, Philanthropy, and Social Innovation at Glide, in special recognition of your commitment to those in most need, and in deep appreciation of your contribution in touch of thousands of lives to uplift them in their communities across this city, I present you this honor.
Thank you, Supervisor Avalos, and congratulations, Dory. All right. Okay, yeah, keep it going. Yes. All right, and now I'd like to bring up our next supervisor, and this supervisor has done an amazing job here at District 6. Yes, District 6. District 6, D6. She's also my favorite electric bass player. Please put your hands together for Supervisor Jane Kim and April Veneracion.
I had to bring up April because she's the real celebrity here in our office. But it's really an honor to be here today in celebration of Filipino Heritage Month. I feel like I kind of get two honorees because Dory is part of District 6 as well during the day. I know she resides in District 11 at night. But we are so proud of what Glide does on behalf of our communities and neighborhoods, and congratulations to her. So John and I had a little bit of an arm wrestle over who had the larger Filipino community. John won out with his George Clooney looks. I could not match it. But I am really proud to represent another significant Filipino-American community in San Francisco. In the South of Market, in the Tenderloin, we have such a strong, organized Filipino community that is always about improving our neighborhoods, whether it's about more open space and parks, whether it's stronger rec centers, better public schools, or more affordable housing. And so I just feel honored to be able to represent this community. And today I want to honor someone who really exemplifies, is the physical manifestation of all of our office's priorities, and that is Ray Cayetano. Please come up. So I met Ray my first year in office. He came to one of my first office hours on 6th Street. Ray is born and raised south of Market, still lives there. He's a self-taught film photographer from 6th Street in the south of Market, and he's the founder of Inks of Truth Collective and was Guardian's Best of 2011 winner. In fact, many of you have seen his black and white photographs in my office. He was one of my opening exhibitions in my first year, documenting 6th Street and the South of Market, our neighborhood, our people, our residents, our seniors, families, seniors, families, and our residents. Ray and his family moved to San Francisco from the Philippines in 1993. He's a proud product of San Francisco's public schools, from Filipino Education Center, Bessie Carmichael Elementary School, Potrero Middle School, and Mission High School. As you know, he's an engaged and dedicated constituent, and he uses his gift of art and film photography to engage and empower our community, to tell their own stories, and to make visible the mothers, the fathers, the children, workers, and students of 6th Street. He was also a guest lecturer at Harvard for Masters of Arts students, and he was a commissioned artist through the Arts Commission and has worked with Urban Solutions on the 2 blocks of art on 6th Street. He also works with United Players, Renaissance Entrepreneur Center on an initiative, Soma Strong, which is funded by Soma Stabilization Fund, fought by many of you who are in this room today to build basic skills to prepare people for work and to support small businesses in the need of assistance and consulting. When Ray presented his photo exhibition in my office my first year, I still remember what he said. And he said that when people walked into my office, when other electeds, department heads, folks that are movers and shakers came into my office, he wanted them to see who we were serving every day. And Ray is that storyteller. He is that voice for our community, and is an amazing young individual. And man, thank you so much for everything that you do.
Hi, and I just asked if I could just get 30 seconds or a minute. I wanted to read something because this means a lot to me. Does this work too? Hello? Okay. For as long as I can remember, my mother instilled in me values that my mother's mother passed to her: hard work, dedication, selflessness, compassion, perseverance, and most importantly, culture. Earlier this year, for the first time in my life, I moved abroad for 3 months to Sri Lanka. I explored a new world and sought deep questions of who I am, what I am, where I am, when I am, and why I am. I realized that my deepest affirmations and pride is that first, I'm Filipino, born and raised in Manila, Iloilo mom, and Kapampangan for a father. And that second, that I'm San Franciscan, District 6, South of Market, 6th Street. And last but not least, I am an artist. That my newfound purpose in this life is to embrace and converge these identities, and that I am your child. It goes without saying that there are many deserving of this honor, but I am deeply humbled. That I will only receive this honor because I truly acknowledge of those who came before me to create the foundations of which we all stand. That I receive this honor because I accept the message that we are sending, that it's not about one person, but it's about people like me or who may share my experiences, to achieve with partial opportunity from values we dare encourage as a society. Thank you.
Congratulations, man. Right on. Congratulations, Ray Kaita. Congratulations, young man. That's amazing. Okay, great. All right, next supervisor I'd like to bring up is from District 1 here to give out an award. Please welcome Supervisor Eric Marr. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. I'm Eric Marr from the Richmond District. I'm also quite often cited at Target and Serramonte as well. I wanted to say that it's my honor to be surrounded by young people from the University of San Francisco's Kasamahan organization. And They are so inspiring in what they do, and their faculty, from Jay Gonzalez to their advisor, James Katage, as well. But I taught at SF State for about 16 years before becoming a member of the Board of Supervisors. And Dan Begonia and Dan Gonzalez and many of the faculty from Asian American Studies and folks that came out of the Third World Strike were so inspiring to me. There's a mural at San Francisco State that depicts the struggle in the Philippines and the struggles here in the United States. And one of the key points is we stand on their shoulders. And I say Kasamahan stands on the shoulders of Bullet Marasigan, of Bill Soro and Al Robles from the iHotel. They stand on the shoulders also of Philip Veracruz and Larry Itliong and others. And I just wanted to say, as they organized for Barrio Fiesta every March and serve the people in the community, it's always my honor to be supporting them and to be honoring their leadership. So I give you USF's Kasamahang and their president, Sherry Almario.
We would like to thank everyone for recognizing us, and we would love to continue and enjoy to honor and serve the community.
We appreciate every opportunity that we as a student organization get to serve our larger community and our immediate one, so thank you.
I just wanted to say something. Thank you again, Supervisor. USF used to be known in the Filipino community as the University of Spoiled Filipinos. But I think the work of these students that we have there, this new generation, is challenging that moniker, that nickname. We are no longer the University of Spoiled Filipinos. We are the University of Socially Oriented and Social Justice Filipinos. So thank you for the support.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Supervisor Mark. Congratulations, Jay Gonzalez and the USF students, University of the Super Filipinos. All right. We'd like to continue. I would like to bring up the representative for Supervisor Katie Tang from District 4. Please welcome Deanna Quizon. Is Deanna here? Deanna.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Woo! Did I say that okay? I can tell my Lola that I was okay and I said it all right. Thank you so much. I'd like to call up Raimo Cortado. He is our District 4 representative, our award honoree on behalf of Supervisor Katie Tang. And Raimo, if you'd like to come up. Raimo is an extraordinary young man who has served our youth in our district diligently for over 10 years. Born in the Tenderloin of San Francisco and raised in Excelsior, Raimo is truly a son of San Francisco. And he's committed to the population and to our most precious population, our children. From a very young age, he's volunteered in wanting to mentor and raise them above and show them what they can exactly do in their lives. In 2002, Raimo landed a position at the OMI Excelsior Center as safety and support as he led efforts in after-school programming and development. In 2005, he landed a position as juvenile justice case manager for the Sunset Beacon Neighborhood Center, where he works today. And I can tell you the children and the youth really see his passion and his commitment to them. And every day he comes into work with a smile on his face and shows them what they can do. In 2008, Raimo also launched a lunchtime recording program in which he helped youth that have a passion recording and writing music really express themselves. And it goes to his own passion in creating music. And like most Filipinos, he's very multi-talented in the arts. He's a gifted rapper and rhymer. And last March, he opened up at the Paid Dues Music Festival for such artists as Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar. So in honor of his efforts and his work in the Sunset Beacon Neighborhood Center, to the children of our district, we'd like to thank you so much for your work and your commitment. And if you'd like to say a couple words.
San Francisco, we here, baby. Mabuhay. I want to thank a few people. This award is dedicated to Jeff Trinidad, rest in peace, Uncle Al Robles, Uncle Bill Sorrow, you know what I'm saying, Filipinos for Education, Arts, Cultural Empowerment, you know what I'm saying, and I want to thank Rudy Corpus, Will Corpus, that taught me how to do my very job. You know, I want to thank the Sunset Beacon, Sunset Youth Services, and the people at Katie Tang's office. One love, y'all.
All right, congratulations. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to bring up a representative from District 3, Supervisor David Chu's office. Please welcome Amy Chan. Thank you, Amy.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So on behalf of Supervisor David Chu, I have the very special privilege of recognizing an incredible leader in the Filipino-American community tonight. And that individual is Miss Genevieve Japanda, who I'm sure a lot of you, or all of you in the community know. So Genevieve, can you please walk up to the stage and take this special honor from us tonight. So Genevieve is the Executive Director of Hep B Free San Francisco, which is a citywide campaign to make sure that San Francisco is the first hepatitis B free city in all of the country. It is the largest, most intensive healthcare campaign for Asian and Pacific Islanders in the United States. This campaign provides free and low-cost Hep B testing and vaccinations to APIs throughout our district and all across the city. The organization is also provides free health education and workshops about hepatitis B all throughout the city as well. So the supervisor couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted to make sure that I give a special shout out to Genevieve, as his exact words were the rock star of the Filipino-American community. She has been so active in the community, from serving as the art director of the Pistahan Festival to the Filipino Women's Network artistic director, and also advising many community organizations, from the Filipino-American Caucus to the National Federation of Filipino-American Associations, and had also helped found the Americans for Progress. So on behalf of Supervisor David Chu, I want to thank you, Genevieve, for your incredible commitment and your dedication to championing public health, and also just being an incredible role model for APIs across our city and our country. So thank you so much for all your hard work.
Mayong gabi sa inyo tanan. For all you Ilonggos. I know there was other Ilonggos here. I just want to say thank you actually to my mentors. If it wasn't for my mentors, Marilee Mondahar, Al Perez, Rebecca Degauda-Rotman, Rudy Assertion, all of you guys who invested in me and my generation, opened those doors, I wouldn't be where I am today, and be able to use the same strategies in terms of overcoming challenges in the Filipino community, and be able to reach out to limited English proficient communities, so that way we were able to lead the largest and most aggressive Hep B screening project in the country, yielding almost 5,000 screens this past year. So thank you very much for your leadership and your mentorship.
All right, keep it going for Genevieve. A rock star indeed. I'm personally one of her oldest groupies. I mean old groupies. Okay, Yeah, you know, it's amazing. Let's hear it for all our winners, all those today that were recognized. And I've had the honor also myself. I'm a product of District 6 myself, working in the South of Market area, and I have had the honor to work with some women too that have shaped the way I view community. I just wanted to recognize them too and thank them because these are strong Pinay women. April Veneracion, who works at Jane Kim's office. We could applaud for them, yes. Raquel Redondez works with John Avalos. Angelica Cabande, who works at SOMCAN. These folks work so tirelessly. Luisa Antonio works for the Veterans Equity Center. Lolita Quintanar, who works over at Canon Kip. And of course, Bernadette C., who works over at the Bayanihan Center. Man, these are very strong, strong women, and I'm glad that that we were able to recognize them. We have so many strong Filipinos here in this city, and I'm proud to bring up possibly the next mayor. This guy is responsible for bringing, one weekend in August, bringing over 10,000 Filipinos to congregate at the Yerba Buena Center. The founder of and the executive director of the Filipino American Arts Exposition. Please welcome Mr. Al Perez.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to today's event, and happy Filipino Heritage Month. My name is Al Perez. I'm the president of the Filipino American Arts Exposition. It's an all-volunteer nonprofit organization whose mission is to promote the very best of Filipino culture and heritage through the arts. Through our community cultural events that we produce every year, we hope to promote cultural pride and foster community empowerment. As Alan mentioned, our signature event is the annual Pistahan Parade and Festival at the Yerba Buena Gardens, held every second weekend in August. We have a lot more events coming up, so I'd like to invite you all to come. On Saturday, November 16th, is the Warriors Filipino Heritage Night. I think the tickets are selling out really fast, so they just opened another one on March 7th. It's the Filipino Heritage Night 2, number 2 for the Warriors. So please come to that. And then Sunday, November 17th is the San Francisco Bulls Filipino Heritage Night. In fact, Divina Videna is here with Rawhide, so get your tickets now. And then Saturday, November 23rd, we are working with the Philippine Consulate and the Department of Tourism for the Culinaria 4th Annual Filipino Culinary Showdown at City View at Metreon. So that's free admission, so come check that out. And then finally, next year, February 23rd, for the first time, we're working with Cal Bears Basketball Filipino Heritage Game. So you'll hear more about that. And just before I leave, I just want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you to Mayor Ed Lee, Hydra Mendoza, the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services, especially Christina Palone and Carl Nisita. Thank you to the City Hall Events Department, Elsie McAteer, I just saw her earlier, Abby Baus, and the rest of the wonderful City Hall staff. Thank you to all the participating supervisors and their hardworking staff. Thank you to Assemblymember Phil Ting for the additional certificates of honor. Thank you so much to the Philippine Consulate, senior staff, the Deputy Consul General, and their amazing crew for their support. Also, this event would not happen without the support of our corporate sponsors. Thank you to AT&T and the TFC. Thank you to the food sponsors. I hope you guys enjoy the food today. We have Ramar Foods, Inay Filipino Kitchen, Sun Tropics, Social Kitchen and Brewery. Thank you, Renee. Goldilocks and Tita Pearl. I also want to thank the performing artists that came here today. We have Ron Quesada from Colintronica. We have Beverly Cruz, who sang the national anthem. Thank you, guys. And last but not least, I want to thank the volunteers. Thank you to Paul Ten Chavez, Mary Luz and Normer Gaza, Jong Arcega, and Zard Apuya. So I hope you have a nice evening and see you next year.
Thank you. Thank you once. Thank you once again. One more time for Al Perez. Let's hear it for Al Perez. My name is Alan Manalo. Thank you very much for coming out. Have a very safe and pleasant evening. I'd like to throw a quick shout out to Bindlesif Studio. Make sure you check them out over in the South of Market area, the only Filipino-American dedicated venue space for the performing arts. Now I'd like to welcome, I didn't get a chance to introduce him earlier. This guy's an amazing musician. He puts together the kulintang and a fusion of music. Please welcome Ron Quesada and Kulintronica.
My name, sent by breeze. So much I try to say, been so long I lost my way. How do I get back to by breeze from a far off distance? What words you say? They speak to me of pain from the days my soul roamed free in your space.